If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
So here's what I got today. Tell everybody what it's like to be a UCLA, to be a UCLA guy. What's that about? What's that tradition about for you?
I think the biggest thing about UCLA tradition is we take pride in not only being an academic school, but also being an athletic school. So you put the two together, we feel like we have one of the best universities and give you one of the best college experience. You're a true student athlete at UCLA. I think that's the most important thing about being a Bruin.
So when I think UCLA, I think of John Wooden, right?
Of course you do.
And John Wooden and I shared a birthday. I've read all of the books, all the axioms. I mean, quite frankly, a lot of John Wooden's principles have built WNST and built the kind of person I've been and become. And Terry Truax was a former Towson basketball coach, and this is a letter from Terry. Terry and I had a great mutual admiration society, and he sent me a really nice letter from a coach, handwritten many years ago. It's not dated, but it's probably 12 or 13 years old. It's been some time. And there's Terry's rules, which were his axioms for coaching, and then he said everything begins with this. Can you tell everybody what this is? And you familiar with the John Wooden pyramid of success?
I'm not familiar with the pyramid. I'm familiar with the food pyramid, but I'm not familiar with the John Wooden coaching.
If you can go up the scale here from the bottom, he says it all starts with industriousness, friendship, loyalty, cooperation, and enthusiasm. I would think that you fall into that. Next step up is self-control. You don't hit the quarterback late. You learned a little bit about Jacksonville self-control, right? You let that one get away, right?
No, it is.
Then you got to take tweets on that. Alertness, initiative, intentness, team spirit, skill, condition, confidence, and poise. And he says if you have all of these elements, you can reach competitive greatness. So I didn't know if you were aware of this. I thought everybody at UCLA, that this would have been on the wall above the team meal. I thought, because that's my dumb fan thing of the night.
That's your misconception.
It's my misconception that everybody would be familiar with this. So I just wanted to throw it at you. I just figured shoot interview. Man, John Wood, did you ever meet Wooden? You had to have met Wooden.
I met Wooden several times. He used to go to all the basketball games, so he was always there sitting front row at all the basketball games. He loved UCLA, tried to support him as much as he can. And, a lot of coaches, once they finish, they kind of fall into the background and you don't really see them. They kind of fade away, but not Wooden. He's probably the greatest coach to ever live, so he'd be at all of UCLA's basketball games.
Tough week to be a Bruin, right? With Neuheisel, I mean, he was the golden child. He was a Bruin for life. He was that guy. Worked to get that job, went through all the problems he had in Washington, and I got to know him real well here. He and I used to do some impromptu concerts together with some Jimmy Buffett stuff because he played guitar. I felt bad that it went as bad as it did. I guess recruiting's tough, USC's tough. The game itself is tough. Pac-10's tough. What do you got to do to get back on top of you?
I just think it's the nature of the business. It's not about how great of a guy he is. It's what are your results? What do you produce? And that's the same in everything. It's business. So you got to produce wins. He had less than a 500 record, but he was Bruin blood, or he is Bruin blood, and he always will be. But he had his 4 years to do his thing, and it just didn't work out. How when they hired him, how we anticipated that it was going to work out. So now, he was let go and played in the Pac-12 championship game, and more of the same. And I was pretty frustrated watching that game, actually, just to watch the players and to see how they were playing. And it's hard for me to say, but I kind of blamed it on the coaching. And I tweeted, actually, during the middle of that game, shame on these coaches for not teaching these players how to play football. Just watching the fundamentals, getting off of blocks, pursuit of the ball, and just football awareness.
Was it effort?
No, it wasn't effort. That's why I said coaches. I just didn't think they coached them. I didn't think they coached them well enough to give them a chance to win that game. Nor did I think the offense was a good enough offense. You're throwing balls. You're throwing a lot of swings, a lot of outside. You could just run the ball. You could just do a toss, but instead you want to throw it outside. You want to throw it sideways 25 yards and get tackled for a negative yardage. So I just thought it was a poor game plan. So I'm excited for what the Bruins have in the future.
Well, I just said there was some UCLA news that involved the Raven, and I found this literally in my bag last night. When I go on these trips, 6 hours on a bus out to Cleveland, I take all the paper, all the mail, and I just go through and sort all my business cards, sorting it all out because I got nothing else I can do.
You must be a hoarder, like a Rat Pack, like you just save everything. Like that's 12 years old?
No. I don't have that much paper. I save it all on my laptop, man. That's where I got to do it now.
All right.
Well, we're going to have a big week. Colts are in town this week. You know what that means. Have you ever lost to the Colts? You beat the Colts? You lost a big game.
I've never beat the Colts before.
Never beat the Colts,
so I got an extra chip on my shoulder, just like coming into the season.
They took your ring, man.
Yeah, just like the season I never beat the Steelers, and I turned that around. So got two up on them. So got a big chip on my shoulders for the Colts.
Only thing that sounds better than 9-3 is 10-3. 10-3.
Right.
Give it up for BA, everybody. Every Monday night, follow him on Twitter. Brendan310. He'll be retweeting all of our community efforts this week. It's always good to see you, man.
Nestor, it's been great.
I'm going to make a copy of this for you, dude, right here.
No, I'm good.
Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction and knowing you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming.
He's a legend, but we have a great coach here, and Coach Harbaugh, and he's got his own little pyramid.
Well, that's good. Let's get his out. I love philosophy.
We have a few things that we preach.
Win.
Well, what's important now?
What's important now?
Yeah,
that's
but that's
one
not. We always talk about when you do your job, you have a mentality to do your job. So, for instance, if you lay bricks and you're just you're laying bricks and you're building buildings, do you take that approach like, oh, I'm just a bricklayer, or do you take the approach that I build cathedrals? So we take the approach that we're building cathedrals instead of just someone that's just laying bricks. We're actually making these monuments that are going to be around forever, and they're cathedrals. We're not just laying bricks. So that's kind of one of our approaches.
All right, dude, I'm getting you a wooden book. So, the only reason I even brought this stuff up tonight is because you tweet this deep stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You tweet these great axioms and these things that I think in your heart of hearts, because I don't they're designed to help other people be better.
Absolutely.
That's what you tweet.
Yeah.
I read your tweets.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to get you some Wooden, all right?
I can only get better by reading Coach Wooden, greatest coach that ever lived.
Well, there you go. And the holidays are coming, and I owe you gifts. So there you go. So you're going to get some Wooden love from me.
Secret Santas.
There you go. There it is. Give it up for BA. We'll step out. Take a break. Back for more WNST.net. Don't forget, we're back out here next Monday night. Big announcement with Joe.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.